The data clear trick has been, in my opinion, the most controversial exploit of the game. Most players feel that it is wrong to use hacks and mods on the game, and almost no players think that it's wrong to use the exploit where you close out of the game when you die to avoid losing your stuff. The data clear exploit, however, is somewhere in between. This exploit involves going into your storage settings and clearing all of the data for Last Day on Earth, and then reopening the game. This allows you to revert back to the last save done by the server. I am not recommending that you use this trick because it is extremely risky, and the use of it has resulted in hundreds of players losing their accounts. Those of you who have been with me for months know that my stance on this trick has been that I am okay with other people doing it, but I personally would never do it. And then the dog update came along, and when I saw that other YouTubers were using the trick to get dogs with the True Friend skill, I had a weak moment. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I was afraid that I would lose a competitive edge by not having something that they had. So I asked the developers if they thought it was cheating, and they explained that they don't think it's cheating, but they do have plans to fix it sometime in the future. So without putting too much thought into it, I started the process of using the trick to breed my dogs. When you enter your base and the dog has the up arrow sign that indicates that it is finished growing, you can then click to see what rank and skill it has. If you are not satisfied with those ranks, then you can use the data clear trick to try again and get different results. After finally getting a dog with the True Friend trait, I realized that the data clear trick is not good for the game. Not just for the reason that it has caused tons of players to lose their account, but it also feels kind of like grinding. So it doesn't really add more fun to the game, and it gives an unfair handicap to those who are not able to use the data clear trick due to their device. So that's why I mentioned in my letter to the developer video a few days ago that I think they should fix this problem. I was trying to look out for the best interests of the game in the long run. Some of you remarked that it was strange that I would use the data clear trick to get a dog with the True Friend trait and then turn around and ask the developers to fix it, preventing other players from using the same trick in the future. I didn't think about that when I was making the video, but that's a fair point. Now, it's important to note that I did tell them not to fix it unless they made the dog easier to get. However, I still want to make it clear to y'all that my priority is making the game better for people in general, not just myself. I recognize that if Kefir does this, fixes the problem, but does not fix the absurd scaling to get the dog with the True Friend trait, then I have unintentionally helped in creating an unlevel playing field, and that's a mistake for which I'm sorry. If that does happen and the data clear trick is fixed but the dog scaling isn't, as an apology I will create a poll where y'all get to decide if I keep my dog with the True Friend trait or not. I will then delete the dog if y'all decide that that is the most fair option. I wanted to tell you this before they make the changes so that no matter what changes they make, you guys know that my heart is to represent you guys and not use my influence as a YouTuber for personal advancement in the game. There are also a few of you that disagreed with some of my points in that video and or my approach. Some of you thought that I did not suggest enough changes. Others of you thought I made too many. I want you to know that I read your comments and opinions, and I will keep weighing them as I continue to give Kefir feedback about this game. Kefir knows that I cannot possibly represent every opinion, but I am doing my best to represent as many players as I can. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.